Hey guys, Jeremy here with another song that I wanted to introduce to you. A song that was actually introduced to me by Pastor Mike here. Mike Brunjes, pastor here at CPC, and he told me about this. I checked it out, and it's one that I really enjoy as well. The song is called Grace Alone. It's by The Modern Post off their album The Water and the Blood, written by Dustin Kensrue. And so I wanted to bring Mike on here to talk about this song because it's been something that's been meaningful to him. So thanks for joining me for this one, Mike.
Yeah, cool.
So tell me, like, what was the first time you heard this song, and like, do you remember what kind of stood out to you about it?
I don't remember the first time I heard it. I know that when I was in Florida I was working at a church, and my brother happened to be the worship leader at that church. So I was getting to work with my brother, and he introduced this song to our congregation there. And so there's that kind of significant tie in my life as well. But when I heard it, I think one of the things that I enjoy about this song is, you know, it has the big P word in it. Predestination. And
it's important for us Presbyterians that we have the predestination.
And I think, you know, that's kind of a word that draws some battle lines with people when they hear it, you know. And what the song, I think, does so beautifully is it connects God's sovereignty with his love as a father. Mm-hmm. So it talks about predestined to adoption. Mm-hmm. And for me, I think, you know, predestination, so doctrinal, it's so complicated that really kind of cuts through all that and talks about, you know, God's choosing us is really his choosing to love us, his choosing to be a father to us. Yeah. And so I found that to be really significant in helping us, you know, just get a picture of how God works in our life.
Yeah, that makes sense. This, I think, as you listen to the song, you'll hear it's actually pretty dense. Yeah, there's a lot of deep theology. I mean, just the fact that it uses the word predestination in the song tells you that. Right. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and that's kind of that makes it kind of interesting. What other kind of theological things have kind of been drawn out for you from this song?
Yeah, I mean, I think the song, it's really a great anthem of the Christian life. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when we start getting into theology, it can oftentimes get very cold very quickly. Mm-hmm. And I think a true study of theology should warm our hearts. David says he delights in the truth in his inner being, that it actually excites our emotions and affections. And so when you think about this God who's all-knowing, all-powerful, choosing to love a rebel, you know, there's one line in the song, you know, I think it's head full of rocks and heart made of stone. Yeah. And I think I felt like that's been a description of me so often, and yet God is loving and working in our lives to pursue us.
Yeah, I like that you use the word anthem, because I think that describes this song musically well as well. Because when I first heard, if you listen to the album, you'll kind of, the first thing you'll notice is this this driving beat that actually kind of like carries the song from beginning to end. Right. And like that, it's just this really, it doesn't ever let up. Mm-hmm. And I think that, like, musically it matches the lyrics in that way that you just described. Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. So anything else you wanted to share about the song that's been really meaningful to you?
No, I just you know, I think it's kind of, I was thinking essential to being a father is almost loving someone who's unable to convince you to love them. Yeah. And I think if we think about the fatherhood of God that way, that he's loved us before we were able to do anything that made us lovable. And then not only does he love us, but he empowers us and equips us and invests in us. And so I think, you know, I just hope for our church that when we sing this song, it could be a celebration. I think, you know, we want worship to have the full range of emotions, And one of those should be celebration, and it should feel like we're at a party sometimes. And so I hope that as we sing and celebrate with this song, that it will encourage us in those ways.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for being on here for a few minutes to talk about a new song that we hope to do at worship. Thanks for doing
Well, I'm looking forward to singing and celebrating with our congregation using this song.
Yeah, hopefully in person soon too.
Yeah.
All right. I'll play the song for you now, and I hope you enjoy it.
Thanks.
I was an orphan lost at the fall, running away when I'd hear you call. But Father, you work your will. I had no righteousness of my own. I had no right to draw near your throne. But Father, you love me still. And in love before you laid the world's foundation, you predestined to adopt me as your own. You have raised me up so high above my station. I'm a child of God by grace and grace alone. You left your home to seek out the lost. You knew the great and terrible cost. But Jesus, your face was set. I worked my fingers down to the bone. Nothing I did could ever atone. But Jesus, you paid my debt. By your blood I have redemption and salvation. Lord, you died that I might reap what you have sown. And you rose that I might be a new creation. I am born again by grace and grace alone. I was in darkness all of my life. I never knew the day from the night. Spirit, you made me see. I swore I knew the way on my own. Head full of rocks, a heart made of stone. The Spirit, you moved in me. And at your touch, my sleeping spirit was awakened. On my darkened heart, the light of Christ is shone. Called into a kingdom that cannot be shaken. Heaven's citizen by grace and grace alone. So I'll stand in faith by grace and grace alone. I will run the race by grace and grace alone. I will slay my sin by grace and grace alone. I will reach the end by grace and grace alone. Thanks for listening in. God bless.